good morning, Chicago. This is Dr. Laqueshon with the Laqueshon Live radio show here at Intellectual Radio in Chicago. Um, I want to start off this morning with something inspiring as far as the show is concerned, because I'm so excited about the Gospel Renaissance and what's happening in the show. I've been getting a lot of people that's calling me and asking me to do new things this year and to keep it up. Um, I don't want to say too many times, but this thing is so unbelievable. I had never seen a young female caterer that cooks so well and that is so great at her craft. It's unbelievable. Her name is Dariana Jackson, and that she's my guest inside of the studio today. I also have my partner in crime, Mr. Stan Stubbs.
You're going to have to change that crime thing, man. Okay? Because I have not committed a crime.
You have not. Yes, you have committed a crime in the music industry. You tore it up.
See,
it is lethal what you do in the music industry.
You're really trying to make me feel good about this crime thing, man. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
Well, today at Intellectual Radio, I want to let you know how to get in contact with us. You can reach us on Spreaker. You can also reach us at Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spreaker, and iTunes. I did say Spreaker before, right?
You mean watch us on those?
You can watch us and listen to us at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let Stan take over for a little bit right about now.
Why?
Go ahead. You can do it.
How you doing, sir?
Good morning. We all had a hard night last night, but it was wonderful.
Well, it's all good. At least we're here.
We are here.
So look. Hey, I get my voice. You hear my voice?
It's coming.
It's almost like the guy we had last week. He had this real deep voice, and I pray that I can get that. That I'm not smoking or anything, but maybe it's just a wake up call.
He's been practicing on.
I've been practicing on my voice. Yeah. So it's good. But let's talk about our guest, man. I mean, she's here. She's sitting here all smiley face and stuff. Talking about she tired.
I'm tired.
You tired up?
I went to my father's comedy show last night.
And your father is who?
My dad manages comedian Stick. So that's the comedian's name, Stick.
Okay.
And he hosted like a comedy show yesterday with a couple comedy artists. It was really fun, but it was late.
Could you name some of them?
Mary Lee. Well, that's my favorite. Mary Lee is my favorite. Mary Lee is like hilarious. And it was some guy from WGCI. I can't remember his name. And he was really funny.
Okay.
But that was it.
Were you sitting in the front row?
No, I wasn't sitting in the front row.
Okay.
Well, tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Well, currently I just finished a 12-week program with Inspirations Kitchen for my culinary certificate. I have my food and sanitation license. I just want to have a catering business later in life, so I'm going back to school in the fall.
What school?
College of DuPage to get my associate's degree in culinary arts and double major in culinology.
Okay. So you said double major in culinology.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay, culinology.
He's been practicing.
That's a tongue twister for early morning. What is it exactly that entails?
Well, culinology is just basically the science of cooking.
Science of cooking.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's almost like cosmetology. We are the science of hair.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, love it. Hairstyle and chefs in the same room. That's interesting.
Like maniology.
Like maniology.
That just happened. Is that a word?
I guess.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think it's a word.
I don't think it's a word.
Well, it is now.
Okay.
Maniology by
Maniology.
Stan Stubbs. I like that.
Please don't create.
Oh, no, it's done now. I'm about to get paid. Maniology.
Let me ask you this question. Who inspired you to do the things that you're doing?
Well, my mom and my sister. So I have a sister. She passed away 6 years ago. She had cirrhosis of the liver, NASH. My sister made cakes, but she never went to school for it. So she made like the big Duff type cakes. and she had like incredible skill, but she never went to school for.
She was gifted.
She was gifted and was working at a home. And then my mom has her own catering business. And when I was younger, when we were living on the west side, my mom had a candy store in the basement. My dad renovated.
Where on the west side? Because we're from the west side. Where?
I used to stay on Cicero and Lexington, right off the expressway.
Okay.
And my dad knocked our basement down, renovated our basement, made the little corner of our basement basically a restaurant. So we had like deep fryers and everything.
Nice.
And my mom had a restaurant for a couple years, but then when like you had to have a food and sanitation license started happening, we had to stop, or you go to jail. But
right.
So my mom and my sister. My mom has a very strong passion for cooking. She always had a strong passion for cooking. I never wanted to cook, but it's always just been in my family. So
your passion became, your mom's passion became a part of your dream.
Yes.
I noticed that with my granddaughter watching me do hair, the children pick up from the parents, and then it becomes something much larger later down the line. So is this what you're planning on doing?
Yes, it's that. And also I really wanted to be a veterinarian, and my dog died in my arms.
Oh wow.
And I'm very empathetic. Like, if you start crying right now, I'll just start crying. I don't even know why you crying. I'll just start crying. I was like,
I'm crying right now.
I was like, I can't be a veterinarian and have to kill people's dogs and tell them that their dog is dead, and they're like crying and I'm all sad. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
But hold up, it's more to it being a veterinarian than telling people their dogs are dying.
But that part right there, and then like when animals are hurt, like just that type of stuff makes me sad. So I can't be in an environment like that, trying to like fix somebody's animal when I'm crying and stuff.
But you're a caterer. Can't you find different ways of making things to make the dogs happy?
No. I just gave that dream away.
She just gave it away.
Gave it away
because I like to make people happy.
Can I ask you a question? You said your sister makes duff cakes. Are we talking duff like the chef
the
duff?
Chef Duff, yes.
Okay, you know who that is?
No, I don't.
See, aha!
Told you got me that time.
The guy he has a lot.
He has his own television show.
He's been around for a while.
He make these crazy cakes. Like for real.
Okay, you're saying crazy cakes as far as character cakes, or crazy cakes as far as different flavors on the inside of the cake?
No, all of that above and beyond.
Like,
huge cakes.
Cake of you.
Yeah, and your height and everything look just like you.
Just like you. And it can move and everything.
Uh-huh.
Like, he makes cakes like that.
This guy is located where?
I think he's in Jersey, is it?
I think he is in Jersey.
Yeah, he's no punk.
No, he's really good. And then he's like a whole line of like baking equipment. Like, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a real. So when you mentioned duff cake, I'm like, let me keep that in my memory. Just wait till the chance comes. So yes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interfere.
Well, we wound up last week talking about you.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
it's his fault.
Your food was so good. I had to bring it on the air and let everybody know about the young lady who made. I don't even know what it was called. Food. It was food, but it was an egg roll like situation.
Chicken egg roll.
It was so good. I had to bring it on the air. So tell us a little bit about how you come up with the creative ideas to create those type of meals.
Well, I've just learned from my executive chef in my last job. So I had a moment where I went to Jenny's Ice Cream. It's up north. And they had like some type of weird mascarpone ice cream with like toast in it, and it had like cherries on it. I'm like, I want to taste it. It's really cool. So I tasted it. Ended up being really good. I went to work the next day, and we had to make, every day at work, it was my job to do sandwich of the day and toast of the day. And I was like, that ice cream was so good that it has to be a toast. And I changed it. I ended up making like some blueberry cream cheese, and I made some like strawberry jam and put it on a bagel. And my chef's like, how did you create that? When I told him, he's like, those are the workings of a chef. You see something on TV or you taste something and you take it and you make it your own. So it's just literally tasting something and it's like, okay, but I think I could do that different. And I know I have I can add different flavors to it, and I can make it my own, and I can make it this.
Anytime you can make grits the way you make grits, oh my God, it was unbelievable.
Thank you.
It was really unbelievable. Tell me, with the Gospel Renaissance, what do you have in mind as far as
Food.
the VIP section, creating for the VIP section of the event?
So right now, I'm definitely going to keep the grits, but I want to make grit cakes. I want to do sweet and sour shrimp with these grit cakes.
Okay.
Which you fry them, toss the grit cakes in like some Parmesan and fry them off, and ladle the sauce and the shrimp on top of them. And then I'm gonna make some teriyaki stuffed meatballs, some barbecue, pineapple sliders. I have a lot in my right
Stop.
now.
A lot in mind.
Yes.
I just had breakfast and now you're making me hungry again. You know, what's up with that?
I don't know.
You know, I love watching the television shows, and I was watching.
You mean the cooking shows?
Yes,
Yeah.
Master Chef Junior last night, and he had Chef Ramsay's daughter showed up.
I love Chef Ramsay.
15 years old, and she created this hamburger that it was stuffed with cheese, and then had the big mushroom on top with pesto sauce, and this. And I mean, I'm looking at this 8-year-old kid making this burger. I wouldn't trust a kid with a knife. 8 years old.
They learn fast.
Man, so
They
I
learn
love it. But I
fast.
mean, it's just when I was hearing you talking about being the creative piece, you know, it's like I get that, you know, but then when you see people today, because it's like cooking is the thing,
Yeah.
you know, between
Pretty
cooking
much
and
cooking,
cleaning
because
and cleaning houses, building
with the cooking,
houses.
it also goes over into the hair care industry. You know, I want to give a shout out to a couple of people in the hair care industry, but I'm speaking of the mixture of different things.
Yeah.
And what you do is you take your cooking craft and you create from that. These companies are companies, well, people. These people are people in the industry that decided to build something from a brand, an unknown brand, and create it so that it could help the hair, not only from the topical, but where it goes into the pores and into the skin. So I would like to say a special thank to Jeff Smith from Indigo Hair Care Products, as well as Gerald Stanley from Glamour Gold Label Hairstyles, hair care products. ORS is Kalisha Dixon, Organic Root Stimulator, and also Stephanie Lusters with Essation. These are people who know me in the industry, still know me in the industry, and I communicate with them quite a bit. They are giving me things to go into the swag bag. So whatever you cook backstage for the VIP people, uh, it's going to go into the swag bags, and they'll get the swag bags as well as what you're cooking.
Okay.
So it's going to be a tremendous experience
Sounds
backstage.
fun.
I'm just saying, get your VIP ticket.
So she gonna put it in the
VIP.
swag bag.
She's gonna put her business card in
I
the
thought she was gonna put some
swag
food
bag.
in
We're
it.
not putting food in the swag bag.
I'm just curious. I mean, the way it sound like you're saying. So she's gonna have a small thing of
She's gonna
grits
display
and put
Small
it
thing of
food.
grits.
right,
All of her food is gonna be displayed
and
on
wrap
the
it up
tray,
in
and you
saran
pick
wrap
it
and
up
put it
and
in.
you eat it.
I'm just saying it sounded like, you know, that's because we're hungry right now.
Yes, it
Wow.
sounds like. But our VIP section is going to be really, really good, really well organized and put together, so that if you are VIP, you would want to be VIP from now on.
Yes.
And that's the way we're doing our VIP. The Why don't you do the advertisement for me for the Renaissance, the Gospel
The
Renaissance?
advertisement.
Yeah, do the advertisement part.
You mean as far as who's coming?
Who's coming? Who's
I'll be there. You'll be there. She'll be there. There you go.
everybody be there, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. No, we have a great show lineup. We have Deborah Stewart. Um, we have Felicia Harmon Brown. We have Joe Johnson
Joe
in the
Johnson.
ministry. We have
Royal
Kareem-
Architect.
Now you just asked me to do it. Now he's jumping all up in it. Go ahead, man.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. Okay.
Royal, like he did. Royal Architect,
Right.
who was here with us last week, who threw down. He
Threw
slayed some serious
Really, really good.
knowledge. And then we have who else, sir? We have Karima Boyd, and there is
Felicia
Brooks.
Harmon Brown.
I said her.
Okay, and then you
Can I
have
finish?
Okay. Well, you told me to say go ahead. I was going ahead.
But see, this is our challenge. Early in the morning, we just can't even get it straight, you know. And we have New Direction, and we have Pastor Darius Brooks, along with the fashion show, which you can jump in and say.
With Also, with the fashion show coming from Remy Leon Coutures from out of Atlanta, Georgia, as well as Tim Kendrick from Backrack Clothing for our men's clothing design. That fashion show and the hair show is going to be so off the chain. We're going
I'm
to do it a
excited.
totally different type of a way. It's not going to be a fashion show or a hair show that's your ordinary. I'm going to say it's creative and it's also theatrical as well as it's artful. So the gospel renaissance is totally an art experience more so than a gospel experience. So if you're thinking that you're coming to this show just to get churchy, because we're not churchy, we are art form at its best, but we're praising God with gospel in this event. Again, we are Intellectual Radio. You could tune in with us at Intellectual Radio, or you can call Intellectual Radio at 708 223 8953. You can also hear us or see us on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, YouTube, as well as iTunes. I am Dr. Laqueshon, and I'm with Sahari Blue, as well as Sahari Blue Live, and I have Dariana Jackson live in the studio with us this morning. Stan, tell
Yes,
us a little bit about the musical lineup and how you plan on putting that thing together.
there will be singers and musicians.
Real quick, real short.
Man, I'm telling you, if you don't get it by now, we what makes it unique is that we are not locked in a certain traditional style of gospel in this event. So you'll get the whole gamut: traditional, contemporary, inspirational, jazz, um, the whole thing. And we have to do that because that's what God is all about. There is no limit to what He does. So that's why you're going to get it very simple from me saying this will be musicians, minstrels, and singers. However, the mime ministry of Felicia Harmon Brown, which will be here next Saturday,
Okay.
uh, is something you are going to look forward to seeing. And also, Hills and Mountains Dance Team, phenomenal group of dancers and performers. If you've never seen a dance ministry in church like this one, you will be excited and try to pull them in your church because they're very unique and they have a uh, their age limit is child to adult. So
Yeah,
they're
because I
very
was
unique.
talking to Joshua last week,
Yes, you did.
and oh my God, the way
With the voice.
with the voice, he is the man with the voice.
It was deeper than that.
He's the man with the voice. I mean, the voiceover. I'm praying that we get an opportunity to have him do some of the voiceovers for the event. I fell in love with his voice. He had a really, and that's rare that I fall in love with somebody else's voice. But his voice was very marketable, very marketable for a lot of different things that you can do in your industry. And I'm saying this to different churches and to different companies out there. Joshua's voice, you would sell a lot with his voice.
I just want him to call my name when I walk in the room. And Stan Stubbs has entered the room. That's all I want. That's nothing else. Stan Stubbs has left the building. That's all I need.
Well, saying that, with the Sahari Blue presents Pastor Darius Brooks, New Direction, as well as Deborah Stewart, Karima Boyd, Royal Architect Jerry Winston, Joe Johnson and his ministry, Felicia Harmon Brown, Hills and Mountain Praise Ministry, Dance Ministry, as well as this show is being hosted by Angela Martin and also Corey Bailey. The Gospel Renaissance is a fashion and art presentation over at the Logan Center for the Arts, 915 East 60th Street in Chicago. April 15th, 2018, the doors are going to open for VIP at 5:30.
That's right.
The doors are regularly opening at 6:30 and the show is going to begin at 7.
On time.
Get your VIP ticket. It is $75. You get a swag bag, step and repeat. Step and repeat is the big old banner that you see on the red carpet, and everybody take pictures there. You get your step and repeat, as well as your swag bags. You get a chance to get autographs backstage, meet some of the people backstage, as well as general admission is $40. So if I were you, I would get all the VIP tickets as soon as possible because they are selling out. The VIP are selling out.
And you get to meet this phenomenal chef.
And you
get an
to
autograph
meet
too.
this-
Take
an
pictures.
autograph from
You get all that,
Ariana
girl.
Jackson.
You're straight. That's what I'm talking about. Then you're gonna want her to make some grits for you.
Who would you want to inspire, or what could you say to young ladies in the industry right now as far as becoming who they want to be, other than just the chef, or just a caterer, or just an individual?
I'm like advocate of that. I'm like, you have to live your best life. That's like my favorite thing to say. Live the best life you can, because I feel like now I'm 21 and I just turned 21 and I'm living my best life. I'm doing everything that.
You 21?
I'm 20.
You just became legal.
I literally turned 21 in January, at the end of January.
Well, happy lady
I mean, you
birthday.
can now
Thank
buy
you.
a pack of cigarettes. Is that what you're saying?
Not
Not
if I wanted to.
Right.
Yes,
There you go. I just,
if
you
I
know.
wanted to.
Okay.
But I'm very young, and I just feel like now is the time to do everything, not to wait till you get older, because when I'm older, I would like to be somewhere with my feet kicked up, paying other people to do my work and do my recipes and things like that. So now is the time to like put the effort in and work hard. Like, I just got hired at Food for Thought, and that's one of a really big catering company in Chicago. They have big contracts with Adler Planetarium, the Field Museum. They're in DePaul. So I'm like trying to get in the ranks there. So everything you got to work for it. You have to actually put in the work and you get results.
Well, speaking of birthdays, I would like to say a special birthday to two of the most wonderful women in my life. I couldn't have made it this far without them. My grandmother, her birthday is tomorrow.
Wow.
And
Happy
her
birthday.
Emma Blackshire, that's my grandmother. And also Miss Mama B, Hermine Hartman's mother. She's 97. Well, both my grandmother and her mother birthday is on the same day.
Okay.
And they're 97 years old.
Wow.
Well, young tomorrow. 97 years
Just to
young
think.
tomorrow. Just to think it. And with just the push, just the support. You know, I was in the industry now. I'm in the beauty industry now 50 years, but these women took the time to mold who I am in the industry and made sure that I got to my next destination in the industry. And who is that person for you?
My mom. I love my mom. My mom is like my best friend. Even though we like always bump heads, that's one of my favorite people.
And the reason why you bump heads is because of what?
We're just alike. We're like the same person. That's why we're so much alike. But it's my mom and my family. I'm very family oriented, but I have a very supportive family. If it's not just my immediate family, like down to my aunties and my cousins, my family is very, very supportive. So my mom is number one, but literally my family.
If nothing else could come out of what you're doing right now for this event, what would you get? What would make a life-changing experience for you with this type of an event?
Oh, just the event and the opportunity in general, to be honest.
Just the opportunity.
Just the opportunity to like now be venturing out and trying to be my own independent catering company, and to get an opportunity to cook for the amount of people and to show my talents and to be able to network and show people what I can do. It's just that experience itself.
Well, let me intervene. One, you have your own catering service.
So right now,
No. You are.
You are your
I
own
am my
catering
own catering
service.
Okay, so you keep saying, well, I'm trying. No,
You're there.
Yes.
Because I'm saying to you live on the air, we're gonna support you.
was already done because
Yeah.
you're doing this service
You're
for
doing
this
it.
job, so
Yeah.
you have your own
You have
business. You know, let me ask you this: if you had a choice of people that you would like to have prepared dinner for, who would be at that table?
Well, right now,
Good question. I like
It is
that.
a
I'm
good
good like
question.
that.
I
You know,
like that.
it's
is
in the
nice.
morning. It's in the morning.
That's a good question. Right now, I don't get sentimental, but if I could, so I have a lot of family members that have passed away, and one thing I always say, like, I wish that my sister could see me
Mm-hmm.
doing what I'm doing now,
Mhm.
because it was like, oh, she's the one person in the house who's not gonna cook. She doesn't want to cook,
Right.
and I would love to have her here and to be
Mhm.
able to
Wow.
make her a
Yeah.
meal and for her to be like, oh, you actually learned how to cook.
Right.
Yes, I learned how to cook. I would be
You're
so
not burning
excited.
water
good.
anymore.
No.
That's good. That's good.
Not
Who
just
else?
making eggs. Just literally my sister and probably that's it. My sister.
Yeah, I
That's
get
it.
that. I get that because I have a sister that went on and I wanted to do she inspired me. So
Yeah,
she
inspired
never
me.
seen she didn't matter of fact, she was 27 when she passed. So I was 23. So I get that, but yeah, I mean, but okay, so we got that table. That's gonna always be there. What about somebody who's out there now? Who would you
Who
love to
would
be
you
at that
want to
table?
see at that table?
Well, I'm obsessed with Chance the Rapper.
Oh wow.
Obsessed.
This is the second time we mentioned his name on the show.
Chance, you're hearing this,
Chance,
so we
you're hearing
expect
this,
we
you need
expect
to
you at
come
the
in.
VIP. We'll pull some
Obsessed.
situations.
I
Keep
think
going.
Chance the Rapper is one of the greatest people in the world right now.
Besides Stan stuff, but keep going.
Chance, like literally Chance.
Chance, if you want to come to the show, just to
Please.
taste her food,
We'll hook you up.
we'll hook you up. Just call us, let us know.
We got you.
We got you. Just come on over.
You know what? I think because this is how I believe. I believe there's someone listening right now who knows Chance.
I believe that.
And I believe that he will come just because of the type of person that he is.
Oh yeah, I love.
I believe that.
Just
I
to
definitely
meet
believe
you.
that.
Not to come for the show.
Just for her.
Just to meet
Just
you.
for her.
And that's what we're going to put out there in the airwaves. I'm not getting all spiritual deep. But since this is a Christian concert, we're going to believe God that this situation is going to happen.
Yes.
And that she will be able to say, Chance ate my grits. And
Or
he
Chance
liked it.
ate my shrimp.
And he liked
Or
it.
he liked everything that he ate.
Who else? Come on. I know it's got to be bigger than that. Come on. Think. Go big. Go wide. This is your show. This is all about you.
This is your time.
This is
Go
your
for it.
show.
I'm a very simple person.
But I love that. But go ahead.
Who else would you like at your table?
Make it big.
I don't listen. I don't really like too many people. I guess
I appreciate that.
I don't really listen, but if I'm listening to something, it's Chance the Rapper.
I mean, not no Oprah.
No Oprah. I'm like very old school.
No disrespect,
I got an old
Oprah.
soul.
We love you. We really do. But this
Yes.
is a young person, and she want a young person to sit at her table. Even though I think you're a wonderful person, 'cause I have worked for Oprah before.
Listen to the disclaimer. Listen to the disclaimer.
I haven't. I'm an old soul, so I guess. I don't know.
Could you see James Brown at your table eating some grits?
Probably not James Brown.
I can see James eating some grits at your table. Yeah, this is good grits.
Well, it's going to be an honor. It's going to be an honor just to have you do the cooking for our event.
Thank you.
And I want to say it's a pleasure to have you on my team. I look for young talent.
Thank you.
I look for young talent.
Again, thank you.
And I would like to actually get a chance to see you live. I want to film it with you doing what you do, and then be able to interview you at the same time while you're doing what you do.
That would be. I just had an experience like that. So I was just in an article for Chicago Magazine.
Okay.
They came and followed me around Inspiration's Kitchen for a whole day. It was actually a very fun experience. That was very nice. I did like that.
See, you being a star, not even knowing you're a star.
A star already, and now you're on the radio, and you're gonna be backstage with film crew all around you and everything.
That'd be nice.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes.
If someone wanted to contact you right now, how could they do that?
Well, my cell phone is best. My cell phone number.
Not the personal cell phone.
Not the personal.
That's literally my main.
Do you have a Facebook page?
Yes and no. I don't have a business Facebook page.
Okay, so this is what our homework is going to be for today. I want you to create a Facebook page for you,
For your
your
business.
Okay.
business. And what we're going to do is we're going to channel all of this information going to your page so
Okay.
that people can be able to get in contact with you for your catering skills.
Right.
All right.
Also, I think you need to do a blog where if they want to ask questions or find out more about you and what your recipes and everything are, they can talk to you. I
Okay.
think that'll be a great thing to start with you.
What he's saying basically is you need to create a brand
You have to
up
brand
for
yourself.
yourself.
Yes.
Because if no one talks about you, if anyone should talk about you,
It should be you.
it should be you.
It should be you.
You know, you should be. If someone asks a question about me, I just say, "Oh, Google me." And I didn't realize that till somebody did. I said, "Man, you on here, here. You're doing this. You're doing this." I said, "Oh, okay. So I am out there. Okay, cool." And people need to know. You know, not and this is gonna set you up for your next event and the next event. You want to be
And
able to
as well
be like that.
as being interviewed live like we're doing at Intellectual Radio,
Hmm.
Yes.
708 223 8953. Have just come in and on Saturday mornings or any day that you think that's open for you,
Hmm.
come in and talk about what you're doing. Talk about the food. Talk
Okay.
about what you want to do marketing wise with the food. Invite your guests on. Invite us on.
Look at Rachel Ray when she did that. She started out doing what? The
The TV shows
TV
and
show,
stuff
the
like
30
that.
minutes or something like that.
Yeah. 30 minutes with no. I think it was 20 minutes.
No, it was a 10 minutes or something.
It's something. It's a small number.
It was a small number where she prepare a meal,
A cheap meal too.
a cheap meal
Yes. I
in
remember
30
that.
minutes, whatever. Well, here it is now, 18 years later. 18 years later, this lady's still on television and she's still one of the top shows.
As
Yes.
well as her cooking utensils is very
Oh,
well
without
known.
question. But I mean, because
Yeah,
she started with something simple, you
very
know,
simple.
Yeah, she makes dog foods too. Like she's a
exactly.
She make
she's a
pet
very
foods.
I like
Yeah.
that.
And so I mean, it's just a matter. And matter of fact, like what I was telling you about with Master Chef, his daughter showed up on the show. She's 15 years old, has her own show, and have a number 1 book out now.
Hmm.
15
That's
cooking.
crazy.
So we're not saying you're behind the 8 ball, but we're just saying it's time for you. You're getting your food together. That's good. Get your brand together.
Yeah.
And like he said, your homework assignment that has to be done by tomorrow
Yeah.
is have a Facebook page up about your business.
Just imagine being on stage. The curtains are drawn already. Nobody can see you. Now you chose to take the step to be on stage. So when the curtains open, now you're a brand. People see you. The stage is your platform. So
True.
And you're on
that's
iHeart right now, YouTube right now,
Spreaker
iTunes right now,
right now.
Facebook Live right now,
Right now. Right now.
and you're only 21. So what? You now
And we're so proud of you. We don't know what to do with ourselves.
because of them
Thank
grits,
We gotta push
them
you.
grits, girl.
We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
You know. So, and we. This is not my niece. This is not his sister or daughter. This is a professional
This is a
sister. This is a
professional
professional
sister that's
situation. The
going into a
girl
whole
got
new
it going on.
direction,
That's what
Thank
we
you.
saying.
a positive direction. And she's willing to bring other people with her. So those young chefs that are out there right now that need a mentor, she's available. She's available.
Yeah, because I am bringing so I'm bringing one to the event 'cause for the desserts. I have a coworker that I was working with. Her name's Tiara. We finished the program together. She makes desserts, and she's going back to school to be a pastry chef. So I'm
Okay.
bringing her with me, and she's gonna make some desserts and plate them. It's gonna be really pretty. So I'm excited for that too.
Now you got to put a table aside for me personally
You know, he says that all the time.
because I will be working,
Yeah.
so I won't be walking around hanging out. So me and Rob, we want our food to right, Rob. We want our food to the side, you know.
Okay.
So just
Well,
just
I
remember
also
us.
have a young lady that's coming a young lady that's coming, and this entire event was inspired by her.
That's cool.
So she's going to be honored on stage as well as coming on stage with me. Her name is Sahara.
Hmm.
So she's going to be there. And this is going to be an experience because when her mom was young, I introduced her to fashion, and she wound up getting on the cover of Essence magazine
Wow, that's nice.
at 7 years old. Now, her daughter is Sahari, and she has her own company, and she's not even 7. She's just turning 5, and she has her own company, and she's being honored on stage at the same time.
Oh, that is nice.
So it's going to be a because I never thought that I would have someone so attached to me, because I'm the get up and go grandfather. I'm always on the run. I'm doing whatever, but this kid watch every move that I make. Anything that I do, she go back and she tried to do the same thing that I do. So I decided that I wanted to give her something that she can remember. And this beginning of this company is something that I know that she'll cherish and remember when she gets older.
Yes.
Could you see? I know we're foodie people. Could you see yourself on Chopped? Those competitions?
I've never wanted to do those competitions.
Really? Why not?
Hell's Kitchen?
No, because one, that's why I say, like, when I talk about catering, I wanted to be in a restaurant at first.
Yeah.
And then being a headline cook for the last 3 months, I was like, oh no, this is not what I want to do. That particular thing in the culinary industry is very difficult to me. Well, not difficult, it's just stressful. That is a stressful line cook, especially being a headline cook, is a very stressful position. And I wasn't even at like a super busy restaurant.
Yeah.
And to imagine being at a restaurant that's like bringing in $2,000 every day, I'm like, wow.
But I mean, like Chopped is like the competition where
it's too much pressure. I can't
handle that kind of pressure.
I like to cook in peace, happy with my music going. I'm in the mood, and I'm like I'm doing it, and I can move. And
okay.
No, Chopped is like I'm sensitive. I'm really sensitive.
I
get
cry.
chopped, I probably cry.
do you meditate at any time?
I started meditating when I started my program, which I'm very grateful for my program. I learned a lot, but I do meditation sometimes.
She's 21, man. She just getting into this thing.
But with us being her mentors, I think that you need to meditate. Get some meditation done every day, even if it's just 10 minutes. That's your time. Because eventually what's going to happen is like what happens to a lot of hairstylists. They get behind the chair and they forget about themselves, and they work hours in and hours out, and they don't even get a chance to spend time with their family. I'm guilty of that. Okay. I did that for years. Never really had the opportunity to take time out and spend with my family because I was a single father, and I was raising 6 children by myself. So being in the salon was my drive to make sure that my children had what they needed, but I forgot about me and forgot about my health and everything else. So I'm saying this to not only you, but to all the ones who are out there in the industry. You have to take time out for you.
Man, forget that. I want grits.
At least 10 minutes a day out for yourself.
I definitely agree with you, because for the last 6 months, I've been at Inspiration's Kitchen from 6 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock every day, from Sunday to Friday. I was working weekends. I was in class on Sundays. I was there. So, and when my birthday rolled around, I didn't do anything for my birthday because I had to work. So I definitely understand.
Well, I understand, when you're pursuing your goal,
yes, and
your dreams, making them a reality, the time you have to put in.
Yeah.
You have to do those things. I mean, we can all say, I remember when I was in the studio and I had my son sleeping on the couch and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I can tell you many stories where I went all the way through the next day working studio time. I
I
get
remember
that.
those days.
I get that. I could tell you about I was in Soho working in New York in the studio where we worked through the next morning. Everybody was like they're going back to their rooms. I stayed and slept on that leather couch, which is the worst thing you could do in the middle of the summer. But yes, you want time for yourself. It's all about how you manage your time. You can work the long hours as long as you say, okay, this is my downtime. There was a time that I actually didn't have a cell phone for about 6 months by choice. Everybody, we need to know. No, 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 because it was attached to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I made the decision. If you want to get in contact with me, call my landline, or you could text me or email me. And I controlled my atmosphere. So you just have to look at what's best for you. Yeah, you're gonna put those hours in because you have to right now. And you can
And
because
that's
you don't have no
perfecting your
babies.
craft.
You ain't
Yeah.
got
No
that's a
Yeah,
beautiful
that's
thing.
perfecting your craft right now.
That's getting it out,
Yeah.
getting it in right now. So do it.
I've realized because I used to be very lazy and not very driven. So I've come a long way. I thank God all the time for the growth. But the reward is so much greater.
Yeah.
And I noticed that every day now. The reward is so much greater. And I'm a sleepy person anyway. I'm always in the house sleep, so I don't really mind about going out. I've never been an outside type person, but now I'm just really focused because everything I've been doing or all the hard work that I've been putting into certain things, the reward is just great.
Mm-hmm.
The reward is fantastic.
Well, I want you to say is business with us being who we are. We are creative people,
Yes.
but a lot of time that we forget to take care of business the way business is supposed to be taken care of, and also learn how to do it.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't learn how to do it. I was making the money. I had millions of dollars coming through my hand, but I didn't have someone there to say, okay, it's time for you to stop, invest this money into you, so later on you can kick up your
Yes.
feet and relax and let the money work for you. I didn't have anybody in my corner that knew that. And you can't blame anybody because my family never knew how to do that. So you can't blame anybody. The thing is now that you know better, you
Yeah,
do
do
better.
better.
And with our young entrepreneurs that are out there now, business is key.
Yes.
Marketing yourself is key. Investing in yourself is key. These are things that we would like to see happen to you because I really want you to blossom. I really want you to go far with it. But I'm Dr. Laqueshon,
Yeah, you
and
get all deep.
Sahari Blue
The doc.
presents Pastor Darius Brooks, New Direction, as well as Deborah Stewart, Karima Boyd, Royal Architect Jerry Winston, Joe Johnson and his ministry, Felicia Harmon Brown, and Heal the Mountain Praise Dance, hosted by Angela Martin and Corey Bailey. This is the Gospel Renaissance Fashion and Art Show that's happening April 15th, 2018. The doors are going to open at 5:30 for the VIP, and the actual event doors are going to open at 6:30, but the show is going to start at 7. VIP tickets are $75, and your general admission is $40. The Logan Center for the Arts, it's on 915 East 60th Street in Chicago. Get your tickets now. You can also go online on Facebook and get your ticket from Sahari Blue.
I want to say the first thing after I ate your grits. Notice I said after I ate your grits. I told Bernetta 2 things about you. I said 2 things. One, she's a great chef. Second thing, whoever she marries is going to be a very happy person.
Explain to them who is Bernetta, because you saying Bernetta is
Bernetta
everybody
is our
knows Bernetta.
administrator who runs the operations for the company, who brought us this young lady. And I said, yeah, because the food is on point. I said, but this sister here, whoever that brother is, I ain't trying to, get into
Whoever
a
he
business.
is.
if there is one, and that's her business, is a very happy person or will be very happy person.
Yes.
Because sister can cook. And I said, and it was so funny. And I said, I got to tell her that. So now I went national, internationally, and told everybody, her business. We didn't ask because we're not saying that's none of our business.
No, right.
And we're keeping it that way.
Right.
But he is or will be a very happy brother. Am I right?
Yeah, he will be.
Why'd you have to say? You could have just said, listen, you should have said yes.
But that's probably one of the greatest compliments, the grits thing. When Miss Hines first tasted the grits, because my mom, she had to cook breakfast for the job, and she was like, make me some grits. So I made her the grits. I ended up going to her job. I had people coming up to me like, whoever taught you how to make these grits, it's the best grits I ever had in my life. And some lady was from Texas, and she's like, I'm from the South. I've never had grits like that before in my life. I was like, oh, head. I was like so excited.
So that means you have to eventually do something with those grits every single time.
Oh, yeah. My grits, before I left Inspiration's Kitchen, they made me make a recipe. So I have to learn how to do that, because anything I make, like the sauce I made for your shrimp and grits for the tasting that day, I just made that up.
Wow.
So that was just, I went in the kitchen after I marinated the shrimp. I was like, so what am I going to do? And then I just started throwing stuff in the pot.
So if I give you some peanut butter, something else, I don't know. I'm just thinking right now. Y'all should help me out. Something real quick. What would you do with peanut butter to make it so nice? What could you do?
I made some peanut butter chicken before.
Now see,
peanut butter chicken.
Peanut butter chicken.
I can see that.
I can see it.
Look, I don't know what I was doing. I was just like, "Ooh, it's chicken," and like you said, I was just like, "Ooh, that's some peanut butter." And I was like, "I got some honey." So I figured it out, and I just took some vegetables out, so I sauteed the vegetables, threw the peanut butter in the vegetables, and from there it was a sauce. And my mom's like, "What is this?" I told her, and she was like, "This is so good." She talked about that chicken for a whole week, and she was like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't."
Okay. Rule of thought. I learned this from a friend of mine. It was a bass player. We were in a studio session, and he said, because I would play something, man, that was good, man, do that again. I said, I don't know what I played. So he stopped playing. He said, you need to remember and retain everything that you do.
Yes.
So even if it's at a point where if you're in, okay, here we go now. George Washington Carver would go into his office with a pencil, paper, and a Bible, and a peanut.
And a peanut.
And look what he created out of those peanuts. So many things. But he went in with intention. So you have to come every single time you sit down and you want to be creative, or even if you just walk in the kitchen, have a pad there.
Yeah.
Well, even at the college level, because I'm a professor over at the Truman College cosmetology department. Now I'm teaching all the students, when you come to school, don't come to school if you don't have a purpose.
Exactly.
You have to have a purpose. And if your purpose is to come to school and learn the craft at its best, now you're in a classroom and you're going to make the teacher teach at his or her best, because now you're in school with a purpose. Same thing with you. When you go into that kitchen, you in there with a purpose.
With a purpose.
You're not going to pull out a spatula.
So your cookbook is coming out when?
Exactly.
You already told us we got two things now. We got the peanut butter chicken and we got the grits.
No,
as
my
well
chef
as
just
the
told me that.
egg rolls.
Yes.
And that was.
And that sauce that you had too, the sweet chili sauce, that was homemade.
Okay, see right there. Now we got
That's
four pages.
different recipes.
That's
right
four
there.
pages right there. 4.
My chef just told me that though when I went to see her, was talking about catering. She's like, you have to start writing your recipes down.
Mm-hmm.
She said, because you cannot keep making stuff, and then when you try to duplicate it, it's never gonna come out the same.
Especially when we get into large quantities. My
Yes.
mother's a chef, so she had to make big batches of stuff. So like those peanut butter cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in the schools. No, what I'm saying, there's a certain
There's
consistency.
certain type of way that you
Oh,
have
yeah.
So you have to
peanut butter
make
cookies.
them. My cousin is at the Black Women's Expo right now,
Yeah.
and she was at the at a kitchen all this week preparing her cookies for this weekend, and she was, putting in long hours.
Yes.
But she had showed in the kitchen. She said, "Look at all this dough." So, but go ahead, guys.
Okay, I'm going to be giving you a little bit more stuff next week on our next week's show. You can get me on Intellectual Radio every Saturday morning from 9 o'clock to 10. This is Dr. Laqueshon, and I have my guest in the studio, Dariana Jackson, and we're talking about the Sahari Blue Gospel Renaissance that's going to happen at the Logan Square, the Logan Center
Get it
of the
right.
Art. I'm sorry, not Logan Square, because we cook.
That's
and eat
north
it.
side.
Right, the Logan Center of the Arts, 915 East on 60th Street in Chicago. The tickets are $75 for VIP, and general admission is $40. Now, all of our guests that are coming to the event is Pastor Darius Brooks, New Direction, Kareem Boyd, Deborah Stewart, Royal Architect, Jerry Winston, Joe Johnson and his ministry, Felicia Harmon Brown, as well as the Hills and Mountain Praise Dance Ministry. This show is also hosted by Angela Martin and Corey Bailey.
Ticket information.
The ticket information, you can go on Facebook and get your ticket. Again, at Sahari Blue on Facebook. I am Dr. Laqueshon, and it has been a wonderful show today with Dariana Jackson and Stan Stubb.
That's
Thank
me.
you, and come back next week and hear us on Intellectual Radio 708-223-8953.
Peace.